Welcome everyone to another video in our Bryan Fundamentals series where I try to get better at Bryan day by day and bring you along for the ride. So yesterday's session was kind of interesting. We started off with the idea that we were going to practice blocking more in defense. And what that actually kind of just turned into was a situation where we were playing too passively and we're getting run over by opponents because they were choosing, there were opponents that were used to that knew how to, run us over in that situation. And I think that kind of missed the point of why we were doing it. And so when we kind of regrouped halfway through the session, I switched my focus a little bit back to the original focus, which was single hit neutral, where we will do a single hit of our neutral and observe what our opponent was doing. And even that wasn't quite working, and finally we adapted to, we can't just block. I said observe, but really I was just blocking at that point. We have to do the move and then just call out what we see, right? Oh, they sidestepped here. Oh, they mashed here. What do they do after heat engager? Something like this, do they hop kick or power crush? And then from there, we started picking up wins because then we were starting to get a good feel for the things that our opponents did when we were on the offense, so that we could very quickly snowball those types of situations to our advantage, so that when we did get the momentum, we would keep it and we would win. Because of that, we had a single game against a Raven that was pretty helpful, where that was one of the few times where Raven has his, there's no equivalent on Bryan, but it's like his back two or something. It's a crouching back turn two that has an extension, a high extension, but if not, it leaves him in back turn for a mix-up. And we were paying attention to that move because we realized that this Raven wasn't finishing it and was going for a mix-up every time. So it's when we defended against that move, we started to get better at this situation because we realized, oh, I can forward 3 probably to interrupt that stance transition. And that was when I realized that the whole point of applying this on the defense is something that Peter actually told me over a year ago, which is you find a single move from your opponent's offense and you latch onto it. You just pay attention to what they're doing after that one move. And that's one of the reasons why we're actually pretty good in the Bryan mirror. And that's because we know Bryan's moves. We know what Bryan likes to do. So we go, okay, what does this person like to do after back one? What do they do if after their back one, I just duck jab? Or what does this person like to do after their hatchet kick? And so because of that, it's that same idea where you're trying to see what does your opponent want to do with their offense, so that you can, the next time they throw that move out, you will be ready, hopefully, to crush that flowchart in the same way that we are doing with our opponent's defensive options. So that's the idea. Hopefully it'll work. Before we get started, I want to quickly touch on the fact that I haven't really played a whole lot of Tekken in the last couple months, and because of that, my player 2 side is really rusty. So I wanted to just talk through the types of warm-ups I'm doing. I'm not just KVDing right now. I'm not just doing a backdash cancel to keep my hand warm, though I am doing that partially because that is physically a good way to warm my hand up. But as far as actually practicing and drilling, what I'm doing is trying to get my moves, my various moves to the very tip of their range so that they can hit, right? I'm trying to get this move at the very tip of range so that I can then space out my opponent very well. For example, mock kick has a little bit shorter of a range than, say, quarter circle back one. See, from this distance, I should be able to quarter circle back one, but I won't be able to mock kick. So the idea is spacing each one of these moves as close to that maximum tip range as I can, while also practicing just dashing in and doing a down back 3 in a way that's, it's a bit of an awkward input if you're not used to it. So that's sort of what I've been doing to warm up right now, more so than actually just going back and forth. That's just me fidgeting to get the shakes out of my hand, But the actual thing that I'm focusing on from a neutral perspective is getting these moves to space out just right. And it also makes us a little bit more comfortable once we're in an actual fight to throw out a move if we think they're going to come into that range. So, bit of a detour there, but thanks for bearing with me. Hey, Sharman, good to see you. Weekend's been okay. I'm so ready to actually be off for the holidays. I'm working almost all the way up to Christmas. They even have me pulling support shifts during the holidays, so I'm kind of excited for January, to be honest. I actually have a week off in January after the holidays where I finally get uninterrupted rest. How about you? Gonna have some good food? All right, we have a Paul. So Paul's an interesting one. There's a few things we can think about, right? He has a down forward 1 string, which is a pretty common thing he can use. He might use other stuff like that move, whatever that input is. So like we'll just think about that. But he did that as a cancel into a throw, and then he finished it there. Okay. This time he canceled it. We ducked. I'm just gonna do this and block. What do you do? Nothing. What do you do here? Hop kick. How about now? Oh my gosh. Oh, nice. Okay. So you already can tell that this person is a little bit aggressive. I got hit by those moves moving around, which is unfortunate. What do you do here? He does down forward 2 again. So this person does not respect our frames already. Like, as you can see, almost all of those interactions have been them mashing in some way, right? I'll go through for this throw now because they have been showing us a button, so it's gonna frame trap, right? They woke up again with a button, so we're just gonna start putting more buttons. That's good, Charmon. That's always good. We'll do the shorter combo here to get to the wall. They stayed on the ground last time. Will they do it again? Yeah. Okay. That's not good. I've been breaking 2 there. Turn Sealer is really good. Okay. We'll steal our turn again. Nice. I tried to do it again, but it beat me out. That's alright. Turn Stealer is pretty good, and it is pretty useful. It's pretty useful for this type of practice specifically, because you're trying to figure out, like, at one point, are they doing something greedy that I can turn steal, right? It is a very strong move from Bryan, so... Oh, nice. I did a jab. It's a really strong move from Bryan. Not every character can do this, but you can think of it like a power crush in a way. Sure. Okay. After his heat there, he did a mix-up there. Okay? You can tell this person is a big fan of the shoulder. Nice. I got a little bit greedy there. Oh, I thought I broke 1+2. Nice. I thought I had the break and I thought I had the punish, but I think I was slow. That's alright. I think we're actually, like, pretty staying afloat here, to be perfectly honest. We're a little bit slow, right? Because I'm trying to pay attention to what he's doing. I think I'm using too many moves, though. So let's see specifically. Let's do the let's do specifically the backsway moves that he was using, and see if we can't turn those into something. I'm gonna taunt here just to see what happens. Forward, holds forward. Okay. Okay. So after his heat dash there, he goes for a charged tracking move. So that's something interesting to keep in mind. Okay. After he does that low, he goes for a throw. Do you see that? Oh, that was so lucky. Here comes a low, I think. Wow, that duck was crazy. Yeah, and mid would be used to catch the backsways if we're trying to go for that. This person is really weak to 1-4-2. I don't know how many more times we can get away with that. Okay. So he does that into a down 4-2. He does the charged, that seems new, but either way. Whoa. Oh, I did. Dang it! You saw that? That was a 4-1+2 instead of a mock kick, mock punch. That's too bad. Nice. Okay, sure. So they're starting to do charge moves in that Oki situation. It's kind of interesting. You can tell that we're like not fighting back as well. Oops, I jumped. Go for this. Okay. So we do think that they tend to disrespect us on these frames, right? Wow, that's crazy. That was pretty cool. Nice. Good stuff. Good games. So they crushed us. But I do think that probably I tried to do too much at once here. I tried to look at a bunch of different moves, but the reality turned into we're just kind of like shuffling back and forth, waiting to see what happens. So let's try and not overdo it. Let's next opponent, we'll find one move. Probably we'll think of it like the very first two moves that they chain together, like some really simple move, something really simple like that, or actually even easier than that. We're gonna say the next low they do in neutral, we're gonna pay attention to what they do after that low. That's a really easy, or really any low in neutral, but we'll like say like we're gonna start paying attention to the first low specifically. What is their option after that low? Because otherwise, the issue that I had with that Paul was that I was trying to decide what I was going to pay attention to, and then I didn't pay attention really to anything. Hey, it's the same person, so good. We already have a little bit of a read going on between us, but right now that this is the second set, but I think this is a good time to adapt that way. And then this kind of lets us focus on our neutral as well, of paying attention to what they're doing, right? Okay. Nothing happens, that's all right. Okay. Stay on the ground, probably. Cool. Holding forward will lose to that. We're taking our time here. I'm not too worried about anything. Like, if he does the load, that's great, right? I see a bunch of sequencing. None of that really bothers me so far. The nice thing about the low is that as we're blocking, the only way they will get through to us is if they do a low, or if we get caught moving, right? If we get caught moving, maybe. That was unfortunate. I need to remember that that low has a 3-hit follow-up. They keep getting hit in that situation. Sure. Notice I'm just blocking here. Oops. Nice. I ducked. Let's also not duck too much. It's Paul. Nice. Oh no. That duck was diabolical. Nice. Alright, it's okay. Right? That's okay. Nice. Got me moving. That's alright. So after that low, he doesn't throw. Oh no! I did a jet upper. Alright, they got there, but that's alright. You see, we're working on it. So the thing is, they showed me a throw after that low and neutral, right? They also showed me a throw after that low and neutral the previous set. So I think the next thing we could try and do is try and, like, ducking the throw that comes after, right? Something to keep in mind. Something that could happen. Alright, they're +5 there, go for the throw, that's alright. Oh wow, I thought that was -14 now. Oh my gosh, my execution's so bad right now. Don't die with heat, so we're gonna go with that. Oh my god, it missed! Unreal. Alright. Wow, that's a crazy option. These throws have not been good for me. I think it's a player 2 thing that's messing with me. Oops. Taking our time here. Nice, snake edge, sure. Good. Good stuff. There's not a whole lot of lows coming up, but that's alright. I'm not really worried about that specifically. Tracked. Nice, good stuff. I panicked, but that's all right. So, what can we do next time? I think, to be honest, we're just thinking, we're focusing too much on that low, being like, where is it, right? Where is the low? And it's causing my own neutral to flounder a little bit. So we're going to keep up with this. Just because it's the first opponent and it didn't work doesn't mean that, you know, this is not useful. I think we need to focus on that mindset and just kind of like building that muscle memory right now. So we're going to keep trying. We have a June. What would be, maybe like, a good example would be she's got a stance transition that comes, like jab, jab into a high. Like that, for example. What did she do there? After a down forward 1. She does a single down forward 1, then she did 2 the last time. And then she ducked, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Taking my time here. What do you do here? Waits a little bit. And then this time she actually finishes. Nice low parry. Okay, that's all right. So we actually learned quite a bit. For one, she's very, so far she's very much just letting us have our turn in our plus frames. The other thing is that she mostly doesn't take her turn out after those down forward ones, so we need to keep that in mind as well. We can probably take our turn pretty confidently there with a down forward. So let's try that next time. Nice. Okay, nice. Yeah, my throws are so bad on player 2 side. We're all of a sudden just getting, like, destroyed.
Round 3. Fight.
Oh, nice. He got me. Okay. Oh, no, I pressed. Nice. Okay. We crumbled a little bit, but that's alright. You can see that, like, just by changing your mindset a little bit of how you want to do it, how you want to approach the match, you can really drastically see the difference from, like, oh my god, we went from win streak yesterday to just absolutely losing today. But we have to keep trying it. Hey, Vic Twain, tell him good games. It was actually really fun. I was trying to practice my defense against him, and he made it very hard. Wakes up the second time in a row with a hop kick. Keep that in mind. So next time we're in that Oki situation, we're gonna block. Right. Nice. Whoa, she went for that. Whoa, she did down for one into a... Okay, that's all right. They're getting very comfortable then. That's plus. Oh, we missed it. And remember we said they don't do anything on our plus frame, so we took that down for. Yeah, Victorian, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Wow. More just random hop kicks in neutral, I think. Oh, she finished it. That's alright. Go for this throw. Where's the random hop kick? Nice. We're trying. We are absolutely trying here. I'm going to go ahead and lead with a jab and then block. She did nothing this time. Interesting. Oh, man. I think it's like the minus situations. Oh, wow. Nice. I'm trying to come up with a plan here, so if I don't articulate it, give me a second. Ooh. Oh, that just got me. Oh, I did one too many tech rolls. Okay. What? Oh, I didn't hold back. Oh, man. Yep, there's that, oh, wait. That's actually the first time she's taken her turn back with a hop kick there. Okay, nice. That was a bit hairy, but we're kind of getting there. I think it's kind of interesting, right? Like, I'm really struggling to remember how to do good offense when I'm thinking about that defense. I don't know how to change my mindset. Let's focus on offense just for a round here. Just to see. No more defense for one round. Nice. We said that before. She actually waited this time, which is pretty sharp. Thank you, Sir Special. There's that hop kick from before. Alright, so now we're going to keep doing on offense, actually. We're going to focus on our offense first instead of defending. And then as soon as we're defending, then we will like try and find those those opportunities. Okay. Ugly combo, but we'll take it, right? Can? Alright. Whoa! Ha! wasn't even a punish. Alright. We're kind of getting there, right? What we are kind of noticing is that there's a lot of ducks and other types of options that come. Let's see. There's a lot of like ducking options when it is time to take her turn. Nice. Oh, I keep losing to it. It doesn't matter if we win anymore. We just kept dying to that wake up can every time. And that's just a huge L on our part. Nice throw. Oh, I went for a low parry, but that was a mid. Okay. Oh my gosh. Where's your... Wow. Just every time. I'm just getting her to the wall here. At least we held the block there. Honestly, just paying attention to that string was probably what we should have been doing from the beginning. That was supposed to be a spike. We messed up. Yeah. I messed up that combo, but it's okay. So hey, we we clutched it out. But like, I guess that's really kind of what it comes down to is like, what move are they doing that they know? How about we do that? Let's do a single move that we know, and we'll go from there. So June, I knew that string particularly well versus the 3-hit string versus the like the down 4-1s and stuff. I think I knew those strings pretty well, so we should have just like focused on that for that reason. So for Falconrom, let's think about maybe his low, right? So like a down 4 or something. Like when does he down 4? When does he do a low? When does the low come out? That's actually a good way of putting it. Okay, I actually did +5 and he did a low. Again? Yeah! There's the low. Forward into throw. Pretty interesting. Oh my god. Oh my god. Does that... That must be a shield break or something. Okay. I held it just to see. Okay. Wake up and to throw again. Nice. I think he was jumping. That sidestep was sick. Nice. Oops. It's okay. Whew. What am I going to do after I hit God of Destruction? I'm going to keep playing. I'm just trying to get better at the game together right now. Regardless of my rank. Ugly combo to get to the wall. Stay on the ground, I think. Okay. Nice. So actually, he's doing the spin every time, so we could challenge it. He's not actually finishing the string. Went for that in case he stepped. Nice throw. Sure. This person is pretty ready to like let these lows rip, which is fine. Good to see you, E-Tran. It's been a long time. All right, let's try again. Oh my gosh. What does he do here? You notice he's just kind of letting it happen, right? Does this work? Yeah, we got it. Bad punish there, but it's okay. Okay. You'll notice that they press something after every single one of our down fours. Oops. That's alright. Yeah, you can sidestep that kick that he's doing. Okay, sure. Good patience from this person. Go for that in case he goes for some sort of shenanigans. Oh my gosh. Nice. I went for a Mach Punch again. We've been kind of testing that move a lot more recently. Nice. Every time. Their mixes are really good. Oh, that tracks! Damn, nice stuff. That's nice stuff.
Get ready for the next battle.
That was pretty interesting. I think that they actually did a pretty good job of... This is actually a good time to run to the replay, I think, or at least figure out from a Fakaram standpoint what can he do in that situation. So let's go ahead and do a character select, quick select, and we're going to pull up Fakaram. The reason we're doing this is that the Fakaram was doing two things, and I want to learn that one situation for next time. Guys, I didn't buy Fakaram. Is that what happened here? Where's Fakaram? Guys, I didn't buy Fakaram. Oh my god. But we can go to the replay, so I guess we'll do that. That's hilarious. I haven't bought Season 2 yet. I forgot to buy Season 2. Alright, let's go to the main menu, go to the replays. Moyashi, he seems pissed. That might be. I think we are, for the first time ever, I'm playing a public enemy #1. So because of that, I think like people don't like Bryan for the most part. So there's a very specific thing that I want to check here. Hey, GG's Aqua Life. Yeah, I remember.
Get ready for the next battle.
How's it going, Moyashi? Good to see you. You moved back to Japan yet? I'm mostly kidding. So let's see, he's -4. He's -4 in that situation. He's -4 again. He sidesteps. What was that move though? What was the other low they did with the 3? That's -1, but it causes crouch? Okay. So the 3 causes crouch, the 4, which we are looking for to try and block it. And also I'm gonna do player 2 controls here. -13, okay. So, by the way, this is how you lab a character that you haven't bought, because you're an idiot like me. Oh, E-Trend, thank you so much. Good to see you, man. So in both of those situations, and we're going to go to the next one now. So the down 4 should be launch punishable, and then the down, and it's -4 on hit. Meanwhile, yeah, see that? See that? Oh shoot. Round start. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it on that one, so it's fine. Oh, what happened there? Let's see. Yeah, it is launch. Okay, so it is launch. So the down 4 is -4 on hit, and it's launch. The down 3, we're going to call it the down 3, even if it's a different input, is -1 force crouch, which is good for Bryan, right? Being +1 with a while standing 3 is crazy, and it's -13. Of course, he's got a pretty dope, he's got a pretty strong counter hit on it, but just on normal hit, his turn's over. So that's actually good to know. So that's the main thing that I wanted to learn here. So I think we can go back now to ranked. Okay, we'll go back now. Y'all, I need to buy Season 2. I've been so lax this year on like actually buying it. I just keep, because I don't play any of the characters. So because of that, I've just been so lazy to actually purchase it. Let's do it Bryan here now.
Get ready for the next battle.
All right. This is going to be a rough session. You can already kind of tell this is going to be a rough session because we're learning how to both play the way that we normally play, or that we have learned to play with this like very measured single hit, you know, Tekken, but then we're also trying really hard to like find something like to build up on our defense in a way that's like constructive and makes our defense stronger. And I don't know if now's the time, if I'm rushing it or not, to be perfectly honest. It could be that we need to just keep focusing on our offense because it's Tekken 8. But I think finding a single move to pay attention to is important, and the reason we're struggling with it is it takes brain power, right? And my mental stack is already stressed from the offense. So it could be like, maybe we should just practice offense moving forward so that we can get that to, you know, second nature, like breathing. Box 323 is at least -12. That's the low, high, low, right? So you can also just low parry it. If it's only -12. If it's more than -12, obviously we would take that punish probably. Mid, high, mid. Okay, it's a different one. I'm thinking of a different set sequences. I'm probably thinking of like 4-3-4 or something. Ooh, what the heck? All right, they did an overhead into the pole, which is probably plus. What do you do here? What do you do here? What do you do here? Okay, they're just waiting a little bit now, trying to catch my timing. That's fine. Nice. Do this. Run straight at us. That's actually pretty interesting. Okay, nice. Nice. So one thing that we already saw, though, is that they came like... Oh my gosh, why are they struggling so hard? Is after this down 4, they just come flying in like that. Nice. That was a really sick duck. Oh my god! Whew. That makes sense. I was gonna say, where's that running move? That one. Whoa! Okay, we're just testing that. If she's not gonna do anything after that, which she seems to be running in, right? But she's actually waiting to do it. So maybe we can actually throw in another down 4 there. Get Bryan. She doesn't respect the low, sure. Charmon, I don't mind at all. I read it when I can. There's no urgency. It's fine. Ooh, I shouldn't press after it though. It's definitely plus. Yes, she is running first. So she's actually her while running input is either not clean. Look at that. Okay, see, I can't press after she lands it, but it's fine. I'm just gonna let it rip. Yep. I was right. Yeah, Charmon, I don't mind it at all. I don't mind at all. But see how, like... see how, like, we're mostly just focusing on what they do in neutral, because that's, like... that's where the most opportunities are, right? Once you land a low, you are at an advantage on Bryan, specifically, right? Okay. Okay, nice. That's mid-mid. Okay. Hurdle Gang, thank you so much for the follow. Good games. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. I wonder if they're gonna keep that might be more. At least 13. I need to try to get more than that. She still comes running in, so she is pretty stubborn with it. Okay. Nice stuff, nice stuff. Thank you so much for the raid as well. 33, thank you. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm so dead. Ooh, she... okay, nice. That was pretty good. We are definitely getting a little bit, scared. That's alright. For sure, for sure. They're really good. I learned a lot. Here are they coming in again? Notice how, like, at some point they just mash it down for it. So we definitely need to, like, figure out what is the limit that we can do that with that on these types of players. No! Oh, that was really good movement. Alright, we clutched it out. It's alright. Hey, Gator, good to see you! Okay. Oh, I tried a normal. It didn't work. That's alright. I'm going for this throw because they're getting very pressy here, if you've noticed. Good punish. Go for this. Nice. Mr. Blacklight, thank you so much for the follow. Minu, thank you so much for the follow. Nice. Nice low parry. That's actually kind of crazy, because that's punishable. Alright, there's the low finally. That's alright. They haven't shown us the low this whole time. I just want her at the wall. Nice duck. That's why I'm going for this. Good step there. Oh, I thought I broke it, but I didn't! Nice. Oh, that was a bad wall standing 3 as well. Too bad. Alright, let's see if we can't take the next one. Unfortunate. For a new character, right, we're trying to, like... You'll notice that they're very much trying to deal with our down 4s and our kind of like our spacing, right, that's coming in. Oh, they don't even want to play again. That's actually a really good sign. That's always admitting defeat. That always means they admit defeat. Alright. So, I think that these down 4s were doing quite a bit of work. But I do think that trying to focus on, like, when they're going to do something, it's been a little bit difficult. I think, once again, I'm, like, really tempted to just dial it back and focus more on our neutral, our single hit neutral first, because I don't think I can do it without 110% focusing on it. So I'm going to try it this way on the Lars. I'm going to focus on my neutral, and only if I notice this very specific move that the Lars is doing a lot of, will I adapt. You'll notice that they are actually relatively measured when it comes to taking a hit, right? The jab they actually pressed, right? See, it's after the jab that they're gonna do something. They don't respect that jab. Oh, nice. That's not good. Okay. Nice. Good stuff. But you see that now maybe my jab can be used. Oh, nice. Also, pushback, they're going to press a button. Anything that ends in, like, block on pushback from them, they will press a keep out button more so than anything else. Okay. Nice. Alright, let's try again. Let's try again. Hey, that B guy, good to see you. They've been teching. Nice. Good stuff. Easy round, right? I was gonna say there's that button he likes to press. Okay, could have been worse, for sure. Oh, he's starting to press. You see this? Oh my gosh. I thought 1-2 was minus. I thought 1-2 was minus. Dang. That was a good round 5 adaptation from them. I think they, you know, we were kind of calling out that they, typically just let us do whatever we wanted with these frames. Okay. They keep Tekken. Notice that we're kind of just letting him do his thing. Oops, nice. That's a really good move. Goes for a jab there. I actually went for while standing 3. Okay, good lows. Alright. Hey! Hurdle with the Gardula memes. Love it. Oh, that was fucked up. Oh my god, you see that? Oh my gosh. Made my jab with. This person's movement is pretty scary all of a sudden. They're really trying to maintain this space now, which I really respect that. Oh, he got me. Nice stuff. I should have done down back 4. Oh, I should have done down back 4. Dang. But okay, so I think that this is actually why we should probably again table the defensive talk for a second, because the issue is that we still need to get better at shoring up the options that we have in our neutral. Like, I think that we can get a read on our opponent, and then we can kind of run with that. But then if we don't just constantly keep calling out what they're doing after every move, I'm going to lose the plot. So that's what I learned yesterday, so we're going to continue with that today. Nova. We played the Nova earlier. What were they on? Either way. So after this, what do you do? Nothing. After the second down 4, nothing. They just literally stand there. How about now? Nothing? Side step. It's just standing there. Now they're just ducking. Okay? They just sidestepped when I came in, though. That was actually really interesting. Sidestep into a button. That was probably not on reaction to any sort of whip. They're just looking for, you know, something. I'm just gonna go ahead and let this rip and then block. Sure enough, she does down back 4 actually. Nice. We can start harassing them a little bit more. Try to get them to do something like that. Now look at this. They're very, we've already kind of annoyed them, right? Nice. There's a third hit. Go for this throw when they inevitably is dead. Oh, that caught me anyway. Nice. I like it. I actually thought that they were going to, I'm not sure. I thought they were somehow going to do a low anyway. Gotta block that. We're not afraid of any of this. It's okay, right? Notice I'm just kind of chilling. Actually, weirdly enough, I'm losing my turn whenever I choose to do something minus, and then I press anyway. I did 3+4. Go for this. Oh, that was messed up. Jacardi, until Vaughn can figure out how to get to the next ring, no one can. Interesting. Okay. So notice, interestingly enough, right, this is playing at a slower speed than we normally play at. Like these matches are a little bit slower, so we have a little more time to like kind of think about it. But you'll notice that one of the things that I'm doing is like trying really hard to just let it go with my buttons, right? Like my button came out, I'm blocking, right? Like there's nothing else to it. If they're gonna attack me, I'm just gonna block. Like I'm just gonna block. There's nothing I'm afraid of here. They blocked it, that's fine. Oh, that's a whole thing. I bet I can get something better than that, I bet. Some kind of Shana-Yu combo, probably. Oh, that's okay. I sidestep with her and press the button. Didn't need to block, didn't need to press there. Okay, this is fine. I'm gonna go for this, and I'm gonna sidestep and block. Wow, did I press? No, see? We just chilled, and then they, like, gave us the round, right? I wouldn't say no reason, Tootsie. We hit them with, like, 8 lows in a row, and now they're ducking. Because they're mad about it. Like, I wouldn't, we'll give them a little bit of credit. That's why they're ducking now. Nice stuff there. Okay. That's fine. Nice throw. Nice. Is Lily a hard matchup for me? I think it really depends on the player more so than the character with Lily. I think good Lilies are hard. Oops. But it really depends on the Lily. Oops, that was supposed to be my punish. That was supposed to be my punish. That was supposed to be a... Dang it. That was a jab punish, I promise. I was holding black. Nice block. I also don't mind them throwing all these lows out because, like, yes, it's annoying, but, like, it's not that bad. They're not doing that many of them. The launchers are dealing way more damage to us. Nice. Interesting. See that? Down back 3, she sidewalks to the left. I think she's done it a few times now at this point. Can I get her doing it again? Nope. Nice. You do up 4 2 because of the stepping. Yeah, that makes sense. Like that. I don't like that it's -10, and that Shark Lily will punish it. I don't think this Lily will, though, for what it's worth. Oh my gosh, no. Okay. Okay, nice. I thought I broke it. I didn't break it. Oh, dang it. It was 1 + 2. Nice. Lily
can be a hard matchup because she has a lot of really strong movement options against us, right? Like, Bryan is a linear character that uses his lows primarily to trap. And then because of that, like, Lily, a character that's mostly about jumping and sidestepping, can become very frustrating to deal with. I feel like I should 4-3 there instead. Okay, nice. Oh, I don't get anything. Okay. Whew. Oh, she pressed a button and I pressed a button. Okay. There's that sidestep again. She's kind of just letting it... Ooh, nice. Oh, I've tried an orbital. Okay. Oh, that sidestep. The emphatic sidestep. Every time. So that's actually really good to know, right? When they are in a tight situation, they are going to sidestep. I should have jet uppered so much earlier because they're sidestepping to the wrong side on Bryan. Sidestep into throw again, but this time I just waited and I got thrown. Just to throw a couple out. Nice stuff. That was actually a really good sequence because they're moving and trying to be unpredictable, right? And it's very hard for us to deal with that. Good tracking move. Nice. We might lose. Let's see. Oh, man. I tried to back 4 again. I got really impatient there. Ooh, I can't even block that. Nice. It should, in theory, Alan Boy. I mean, like, it should. In theory, it should. I think in practice, it's just like 1+2, right? It depends on if they're going to do it. You have to catch the timing. One thing that was getting me in trouble there is I did not... She was doing it about half the time, and I was not using tracking moves on the half that she was actually sidestepping in. So, I think we are... I was struggling with this yesterday too. Like, I'm struggling to actually pay attention to what's going on. Like, I'm playing. It looks like I'm playing and I'm paying attention, but there are moments where I'm just not. Like, we'll try Wi-Fi today. There are moments where it's like, what do you do here? What do you do here? And then I just kind of stop saying it, and I'm also not thinking about it at that point. I'm not really trying to gather information anymore at a certain point. I'm just like, I'm seeing this, I'm going to stop it, right? When the reality is we should be like, you know, do back 1 3 times and get 3 data points and see if they match, right? Okay, I'm blocking. Back 1. It's just a counter hit. That's fine. That's just nasty. Sucks. But that does happen sometimes. Alright. Not much data there, actually. What do you do after this on block? You back up. Another time? Back up. Back up. But you down jab after my hatchet. Down jab. Power crush. So they've done 2 things in a row now. That doesn't beat all of them, but it's something to keep in mind, right? Like, we can't beat all of them, but it's something to keep in mind. Oops, I didn't break it. It's okay. Nice. Oh, what? Nice. That's actually a pretty pretty crazy. That is minus 12. That's minus 14. They like that power crush, right? Nice. But you'll notice that, like, I'm not really allowing myself to... They've actually respected the hatchet three times in a row there. But then now the next round that they've, like, adapted, they go back to disrespecting, right? That's why I'm sort of okay just... They press something after that down jab, too. Something to keep in mind. Nice. From that distance, too. That's crazy. Nice. We also have to remember to have a little bit of, like, respect for what they can do from further away if they're trying to, like, win from this, from that distance, right? That's pretty good. That's fine. We're just taking my time here, right? Nice. Okay. Be wary of whatever they might do in that situation. Oh, it got me moving. Oh my gosh. That's a really good range. That is a really good range. I feel like this gives us some room, though. They have heat, though. Keep that in mind. So the nunchucks are better. And we went for that. Nice. Because they've been pressing, right? So we go for the down 4 for the trade. So... kind of interesting. One thing... Oh, they didn't even want to play again. Okay.
Get ready for the next battle.
I think that was an okay, like... okay one. It could also be that player 2 side is making it harder, so maybe what I should do is, like, the player 2 side is like the hard mode of what I've been practicing. Maybe? Maybe. Let's try again.
Get ready for the
Got a
next
June.
battle.
Okay. So... another June. We're going to, again, give her some space here. And see what happens, right? What happens if I do a back one? What are you doing? Wake up? Nothing. Bit of a delay into a low. But jabs after my hatchet. So you're respecting my back one, but not my hatchet. But that time you block. Okay. She whiffed a move into a can-can. Alright. That's interesting. No respect there into a low. Interesting. And all of a sudden, see, they're pressing a lot, so I do a sequence of frame traps, right? But now we're back to square one. Oops, I sidestepped. That's okay. Again, with the reversals now, because they're like, wait a second, I don't need to respect these frames, right? Ooh. Doing this just to get some... Oh man, why am I stepping? It's getting me in so much trouble with that move. Or at least step blocking. Just go for this throw. Comes running in that time. Ooh. Again, whiffed move into can-can. See that? We saw them run in twice there. We saw them run in twice there after a down 4. That's why we chained 2. Again. Again. Again, the whiff throw into the can-can. My brain is just hardwired to try and take frames there. Ooh, nice. We'll finish it this time. Sure. Coming in. Coming in. Nice, can-can. You saved it. Nice. I wonder if I know this, Chris. Nice stuff. Nice. The can-cans are now coming out in full force. We get hit by them pretty much every time. Oh, I got thrown. Let's see. Good stuff. They got it. Good stuff. So what does this mean, right? This basically means that this June, and we're not quite getting there, right? But this June is essentially like, okay, one hit is fine, but 2 hits is their limit. So because of that, we're gonna stop at 2 hits so that we don't get can-canned randomly. Oops. Nice. Pretty sure that can-can is minus 13. Oops, good throw. Oh, nice. I did 3+4. I think she did that from back turn, but I could be wrong. Okay, nice try. We have to remember to like lock down the panic buttons. Nice, Sabaki. And you could tell that they're starting to get, like, a little bit more defensive, I guess, or, like, unsure of when they can take their turn. That's kind of what we want. Oh, nice. There are certain times, like, these types of setups that I'm not ready for. I do, like, a 3+4, and then I get messed up. That one's launched as well. At least I can do a 13. second game. So, what's going on with this player? Like, they're essentially waiting for us to make a mistake, right? They're playing in a way that's... It's like kind of a weird way to play, to be honest, because they're looking for that opening, right? They're looking for that can-can opening. It's almost like they're a bot in some weird... Their movement's bizarre to me. Oops. Oops. I did not mean to do that, but we'll take it. I don't know what I was trying to do there, to be honest. Waiting for that can-can. Sure. I don't mind all these lows, actually. Oh no, the wake up can-can. Good stuff. And we dropped the combo. Unreal. We dropped the round. Okay. A whiff throw into can-can again. How many times? Oops, I thought that was punish. Nice. We could like hard duck. That would definitely be the hard call out here. Whiff throw. This feels like a bot. Sometimes. Yeah, Sir Special, I run into it all the time. If you do it really well, it's kind of like no different than, say, Paul Death Fist, right? Okay. Oh my gosh, what a terrible combo. That block was insane. They're getting a little impatient here. Yeah, it's really interesting because doing can-can from afar when they're trying to run in is probably, for me, the best time to use it and the hardest time to deal with it. Which is weird because it's the one time that you can actually punish it really well if you can get a whiff, right? It's kind of it's such an interesting move. GG's, we got lucky. We got real lucky.
Get ready for the next battle.
Alright. We have a harong. We're again going to field them out with moves. What do you do here? Standing. How about now? Down 4-2. Nothing else matters. The down 4-2 is what they did. Nice. to get away. Gonna go for this. Nice. Good side set. It just worked. Love it when it does. Sure. Wait. So aggressive, but I can respect it. Wake up into buttons so far, but staying on the ground a lot too. Oh wow, that's plus. I went for down jab. That's minus 14! How did that miss? Sure. That got really sloppy at the end. Having a hop kick is really nice. Having any kind of panic button. I played a Devil Jin, and having back 3 was crazy. Just being able to like take your turn back whenever you wanted was crazy. Nice. Oh my gosh, good timing. Sure. Horong's a character where it's like you need to be afraid of the lows, but also not like only duck them. Eventually, I am going to block it. Nice. All right, cool. We're going to block here. We need to still think about, like, what are they doing in response to these moves, right? And they just let it happen, which is kind of crazy. Sure. Nice low parry. Nice. Hey, I'm going to surf a special. Make him do that. Thought I blocked it. I did not. I got a little greedy there. I tried to do 4-2-1-2. Again, probably not respecting what they will do on Wake Up because they always press a button. Nice. Good stuff. Good games. Oh, what can we do better? What can we do better? We're hitting a wall. What can we do better? Run up forward 3 mecha? That's probably a good idea. Interestingly enough, that Horong was like... That's the second player in the row that just stood there and just kind of like let us do our thing and just almost, it's almost like it's borderline disrespectful, right? Dracula, it's allowed. It may not be listened to, but it's allowed. when there's a bunch of people saying conflicting things, just don't be upset if it doesn't get followed. Alright. This Kazuya is getting a little bit crazy. So low into Hell Sweep, and they really want to do this mid-high. Alright, so after my jab, I should not have pressed again, because we said we're going to do a single hit. Okay, what happens here? Nothing. There's their normal thing they do. Wake up twin pistons, sure. Go for this. I'm just gonna go for this because they tend to mash, yeah. It's alright, that big guy. We've won those games before. What do you do here? Presses a jab. Nope, he's already tech rolled. I went for something really greedy there. I should have gone for taunt and wait. Taunt's the more patient option, actually. Good punish. Just wait a bit. That's lucky. Nice. But yeah, we're gonna get gods eventually. Like, there's nothing wrong with the matchmaking. Like, it's fine. It also feels better when you win, though. When you fight hoes, try not to condition them. They usually just try to mash them though and try to mash them out there. So that's a good point. That's a good point. What do you do here? Nothing. How about here? How about here? Down jab. Nice. That was lucky. Nice. I'm gonna go for the down 4 now, but I know he's gonna wake up with a button, so I need to make sure that, yeah, they don't do anything that'll get us in trouble for that. Okay. That's good. Very fortunate. Sure. And it's okay to, like, scramble. When they have, like, 1 pixel left, I think it's okay to, like, scramble for it. That's a crazy idea. He's going for that because he thinks I'm going to go for the low parry, and then he's going to do a hell sweep after. That is actually crazy. Oh, from that distance, too? I'm an idiot. See what I mean? Like, I'm calling it out. Let's just believe it. Taking our time here. Oop, nice. Good stuff. I actually went for an idea, but I didn't think he would take all my health. This person just loves the hell sweep. Nice. Alright. Now their brain's just gone. And not in a bad way, like, they shut down.
Get ready for the next battle.
Kippa. Which one's Kippa? That's the... well, the input where they, like, essentially the Fang one, right? Like, the Super Fang one. Hold forward, yeah. Yeah, the only way I can beat it is I have to sidestep right or do down 3+4-2. Down 3+4-2 actually picks it up clean, which is pretty crazy for another wall splat. Otherwise, I have to sidestep right, and then sidestep right, if you're really cracked, you can whiff punish it at the wall. But it's a pretty strong option, to be honest, for Bryan. I mean, against Bryan. I agree. You have to specifically know how to beat it. Wow. Okay. It's kind of coming in, right? Alright, take my time here. We're using this move as more of a keep out. Okay, so they don't finish it, which means next time I'm going to try and launch it. You can already tell that this person's pretty pressy. What do you do here? Good duck. How about here? Just blocking. Okay. So they're actually looking for their chance to do something. Thank you, Hugh, for teaching me how to do this. Good duck. They actually called it out immediately. I like that. Ooh, I tried to step. Nice. I thought I held down back, but I don't think that one's one where you can do it. You can tell that this person's dialing it up now, right? They don't actually want to play defense against us, so we're going to have to get a little bit crazy here. Ooh, that beats it. That doesn't... Okay. Nice. Slide, I thought, was launch. If it's not launch, it must be -13. So I think I just didn't do it fast enough. It must be launch. I just did even a while standing 3 so slow that it didn't work. Nice. Nice. Oh, that's cool. That stance just kind of moves in that direction. Nice. Good punish. He knows. Very, very strong. The random orbitals? I need to do the random orbitals, I guess. Peter actually taught that to me. I played with him this week, and his orbitals were so good. They were just catching me just moving around. Okay. Whoa! Is that a reset because I... At least we have this. At least we have this. What? Oh, I thought I stepped it. Oh my gosh. That was sick. That was crazy. I thought I stepped it and I was getting a punish. That was really good. It's kind of interesting. Once they saw me looking for it, they also kind of started doing it less. Potentially catch a low or block. Yeah, that makes sense. I believe it. I think maybe we'll do that next time. Like, we've been focusing a lot on, like, oh, maybe I just pay attention to what my opponent's doing, but that kind of causes our brains to shut down. Nice. Good dark upper. What do you do to this? He backed up. Over here. That was supposed to be Requiem, but I think I would have gotten hit anyway. Alright. For you, Mecha. Wakes up with a move. Okay. Alright, so we've kind of got some information here. They're pretty aggressive. You can already tell that. Very button happy, right? This, and they go for something. Orbital, I know. Rocks, I'm so bad at this game. Oh my gosh. Inputs. That's 13. Sidestep into that. Okay. So after a situation at the wall, they went to sidestep when they were minus. Not that minus two. Good to know. Alright, they let us do this. I'm gonna go for a down 4 here. Sure enough, they pressed. They're gonna try and step at the wall here. Okay, good throw, actually. I thought I was gonna stage side switch. Okay. They chose to block there. Oh, I pressed. I went sidestep back 4. See, I need to stop doing these types of things because they're like the liability. Okay, they're in. I ducked. I thought there was a throw coming. I'm gonna go for that hatchet. Never mind. It was actually a hiccup, so the hiccup saved me, I think. Okay. Oh, they canceled. We love that.
Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah, right? The internet gave me a mix-up. hatchet's so good.
Get ready for the next battle.
The same Kazuya, actually. The same Kazuya as before. So we knew that they were pretty pressy before, right? They were the, I'm going to hatchet you, I'm not hatchet you, try to hell sweep you 6 times in a row if it's not working, right? They switched to Wi-Fi, I just realized. No wonder, now I can't read them. Stop. Look at this! The Wi-Fi buff. I can't react if they're on Wi-Fi. So we're gonna adapt. They don't typically block low. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, right? Woo! Nice down 4 too. Nice. Good stuff. It's kind of funny. Once we're at the wall, we're in trouble, but we'll get it. Nice. They actually have an answer to the jabs. Oh, nice. Oh no. Nice. I started pressing. I, on principle, want to try and beat this. On principle, I want to try. So let's see if I can't. Yeah, honestly, with this person, you don't even have to parry it. You don't even have to parry it. We can just block it, and while standing 3, the 4th hit. Like that. I thought I blocked it! Wi-Fi! Oh my god, Hugh! Good to see you, man. How have you been? How's work? That beat that out? I know, Hugh. I suck. I suck. We've been bumping up on Supreme recently, but that's about it. All of a sudden it's getting a little bit better. Sure. This Kazuya is very, very, very aggressive though. Of course. Sorry, I got a little bit annoyed with the situation, so I just so we vortexed them in the Wi-Fi. It's like, if you really want to, if we're gonna go with the Wi-Fi strats, that's the Wi-Fi strats. You're a senior dev though. That's really awesome, Hugh. Congratulations. Bet that pay bunt is like amazing. That is unreal. They're jiggling the switch. jiggling their Wi-Fi switch. Oh no. Finally. Look at that, jiggling the Wi-Fi switch again. They're like making me play under a slideshow, and I think it's so that they will have a better chance. But now they can't break throws, they can't react to things. And now, if they tech roll, it's death. They didn't. Good job. Sorry, this is the toxic portion of the stream. Switching the Wi-Fi is like the craziest adaptation I've ever seen. You can't really, you react too well to me on wired, so I'm gonna switch to Wi-Fi for the next time we match. It's like, well, it cuts both ways, unfortunately. I have to use it as a resource. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny, right? Like, if your opponent is taking advantage of the Wi-Fi to truly, like, jump up, and we're not going to fall for that again. If your opponent is truly taking advantage of the Wi-Fi to do that, then you might as well do it back, otherwise you're playing with a disadvantage, right? The only way to avoid that situation is do this. Say no. Hugh, it's minus 14 now. They'll launch it. Theoretically. There's no pushback anymore. It doesn't work. See? Also, look how slow this comes out now. Look how slow that comes out. In Tekken 7, it was a trap. Dracula, I have it set to ±3 actually. Because I'm trying to get more games. But yeah, Charmon, back in the day, While Standing 1 was a pretty toxic move because, like, to put it in perspective, it was minus 15, or 16 maybe, but Bryan's only punish for in the mirror was Mach Punch because it was so much pushback on block that, you had to Mach Punch it. So because of that, now, there were a lot of setups you could do where it's essentially the equivalent of doing this into a jet upper, right? Where your opponent, you're minus 13, your opponent comes in because it's their turn, then you catch them with this jet upper on the way in. It's actually basically the same principle. So Hugh, if we wanted to do something crazy, I guess we would do that. But the reason While Standing 1 specifically was so egregious is because it's a punish, right? So because of that, people see this move and they just immediately kind of think like, oh, they missed their punish, right? It kind of carries a different, like that's sort of the idea. Yeah, Dracula, I don't really care too much about rank. Essentially, if it gives me more matches, I'll take it. But if it gives me more matches, I'll do ±3. If it's not actually giving me more matches, then maybe I should be doing ±2. You're right. Like, my main hang up is, like, it doesn't really feel like I get more games by doing ±3. Probably because not many people are doing ±3. And, in addition to that, like, I kind of wonder, I think the game just timed me out for, saying no to too many matches, I suspect. Like, the software engineer in me is wondering if ±3 is its own queue or not, right? Yeah, it's the I- I have advantage, but there is pushback associated with it that means you can't actually do something that's a frame trap or it will whiff. Like if the Bryan, like using this as an example, if you press a move and Bryan just blocks, like you're gonna get whiff punished, right? So because of that, you have to like cut your frames. You have to lose that advantage to now close the distance. And that's why the Bryan doing something like this is so diabolical, because they are in the same situation, right? They've gone from I'm minus, it's not my turn, to if my opponent still blocks, I get whip launched. But you're expecting that a lot less. It's a pretty twisted situation. I'm gonna try this and see if that resets the queue a little bit. Rufus, I think I need to go. We've only got 8 minutes left, and I actually have a family thing after this, so unfortunately not today. But I'm always down to play if I have the time. But today I do not have the time, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Good to see you, though.
Get ready for the next battle.
Alright, let's see what this Yoshi likes to do. What do you do after that? He actually immediately goes for a launch, which is crazy. Alright, here. Nice. I'm just gonna block. Just gonna block. Okay. Is that what happened? Ooh, that was a good down 4-2. So if they beat us in open timing, that's okay, right? That was such a delay. That was diabolical. That's an interesting choice of a button. I'm just gonna go for this. Block. Nice. That was so good. Open timing. Oh, I ducked. I should have blocked. I don't know why I was like, don't. Oh my gosh. Good block. Okay. I don't even think that was real. Wow, the distance of that was so good. Yeah, Rufus, I need to block it first though, right? Maybe not. If he does the extended version. Oh, I ducked. And now I'm dead. He does tend to press a button after down 4. Nice. Wow, they chose to fly this time because I went for 2 down 4s. I think they're paying attention. I suspect they're paying attention. So we'll be much more cautious now. Messed up. Get Bryan. Wow, it just got me moving. That's good. I'm just gonna block. Again, with the button, right? Nice. Super Weapon, thank you so much for the follow. I'm not going to tech roll, just in case. For that reason, I guess. I can't even throw, I forget. Nice. Alright. I can't even throw. I went for the throw because the throws are faster, but I don't think I actually have enough time, because it's 6 frames. Yep, I don't have enough time. It beats me out barely. The only thing that'll beat it is jabs. Alright. Try again. Nice. That was really sharp. Oh, I went for down back 4. Really sharp again. Good stuff. I was worried. That was a mix-up that we had to choose. Nice. All right. Thanks, Rufus, for the reminder. All right. We're locking in. Oops. Nice. After my jab, I think. So you notice that I'm not pressing much in this neutral, right? Oops. This is scary. Nice. I couldn't walk that way. That's alright. I thought I could. I was supposed to be a grab. It's alright. I don't mind this. I'm not worried about this. Nice. Good stuff. They're trying to play with us. I also messed up my my input. I think if I'd done the Requiem, it actually would have worked. Oh, I went for down 4 too. Nice. They finally got me to do something where they could flash me. Oh, I waited for it because I thought he would. Nice stuff. All right, good games to him. That was a pretty interesting set of games too. You could tell that we're struggling to beat the God of Destructions right now, and that's all right. Back before we struggled to beat the Supremes, and those are a little bit more approachable now. They're pretty tricky. This Yoshi was very much like kind of turning it into a game about them, which is what you really need to do, right? They did a much better job of making me play his game rather than I got to make him play my game. But it was still a good set. For next time, we're giving up on paying attention to our opponent for now, as far as on the defense, because I just don't think that's helping us in the same way. We will revisit it. It's something we have to do eventually, but for now, I think the idea is that we need to get better and better at throwing out our moves in neutral, right? Tekken neutral is still a very fair playing field to some degree, where you can, as long as you're moving around and it's not like a range 0 situation, you can try and outplay, outmove, out neutral your opponent, land that hit, whether or not it's on block or on a hit. And then from there, we can start building information, building a profile of our opponent so that we can start being more successful against what they do to try and get out of that situation. As you've noticed, one thing you've noticed is actually like just between yesterday and today, or the last time before that, is that the God of Destruction players in general adapt faster, just like we've been adapting faster. So learning how to like stay on your toes with that situation, I think is going to be very important, and what we're going to be working on, like getting faster and faster at doing that, so that we can focus, get really good at being Bryan, right? Doing a Bryan thing. So yeah, let's focus on that next time. I think that'll be the goal. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do our YouTube sign off. If you are coming from YouTube, be sure and like, comment, subscribe to the channle. Really helps us grow. We really love seeing the new people show up. And if you ever want to watch it live, it's going to be at twitch.tv/VonTiban. That's VonTiban. we stream Tekken, Bryan, Saturdays and Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Time. That first hour is an optional kind of labbing thing that we may or may not do, and the next 2 hours is this session that you just saw today, which is like a structured practice session, is what one of my viewers once called it. So that being said, if you didn't catch any of that, that's down in the description below, as well as a link to our Discord if you'd like to join our community of players trying to get better at the game together. And with that being said, I hope this was useful to you. I hope that your Bryan journey is going well and that you are learning how to kind of pay attention, start building that RAM, as Peter will tell me, for noticing these types of things so that you can develop a deeper and deeper game plan and more complex game plans in the moment. So, thank you so much again for watching. Y'all stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.